Hi, welcome again yet to another topic in agricultural extension. My name is Dr. Jacinta, and today's topic will look at foot and mouth disease control, challenges and opportunities through its vaccine and vaccination regime in Kenya. So, foot and mouth disease is a highly communicable viral disease of all cloven-footed animals. By cloven-footed, I mean animals whose hooves are split, and these include cattle, sheep, goats, and pigs, and so on. The disease should be controlled at all costs because when there is an outbreak of foot and mouth disease, there are high economic losses through production. Let's say in cattle, in dairy cattle, there is reduced production or no production of milk at all from the affected animals. And sometimes one can lose the young animals like calves and so on. But more importantly is the imposition of a quarantine. This means that all animals and their products cannot move out of an area that has been confirmed, that where foot and mouth disease has been confirmed. So foot and mouth disease is transmitted through contact from sick animals to healthy animals. It can also be transmitted through things called fomites. Fomites are things like feed, shoes, clothing, vehicles, and so on. It can also be transmitted through body fluids like milk, saliva, urine, blood, and so on. Foot and mouth disease can also be transmitted over large areas, like on the land surface and on water surface. And the virus enters the body of an animal through inhalation of infected air. It can also enter the animal through ingestion or consumption of infected material like grass and so on. It can also enter the animal's body through an injured part like a wound. Also, it can enter the animal's body through the mucous membranes like the eyes, like the nose, and the mouth, and so on. So the clinical signs of an animal that has foot and mouth include high temperatures. We call it fever. The animal goes off feed and there is reduced feed consumption. There is also reduced production, like if it's a cow that produces milk, the milk production will go down significantly or even completely, go off completely. And there is development of pimples or woods in the mouth. These pimples later turn into water-filled pimples, and also they turn into woods. They rupture and become woods. But the characteristic sign you will see in foot and mouth is salivation. And sometimes it is so characteristic in that you will see it moving from the animal's mouth to the ground like a rope or a string. Therefore, we call it rope salivation. The woods, which we have discussed, are found in the mouth, on the tongue, the gums, the teeth of female animals, and in between the hooves. When they are in the mouth, the animal is normally found smacking its mouth as if it is trying to eat something. This is because of pain. And when they are found between the hooves or the cloves, you will find that the animal is lame or is limping, and it prefers to lie down because of the pain. So animals, especially young ones, can also die from foot and mouth. And the control of foot and mouth disease in areas like in Kenya where it's endemic, by being endemic, I mean it's always there is always an outbreak at one time or the other, is through vaccination. And this has been carried out every 6 months, but there are challenges that has made it not to be effective in control of foot and mouth. These challenges include the vaccine challenges. The vaccine is very expensive. It is 10 times more expensive than the vaccine that controls anthrax, the killer disease anthrax. It's about 20 times more expensive than the vaccine for the lumpy skin disease. and therefore the vaccine becomes unaffordable to the small-scale producers who are the majority of the producers in the country. The vaccine also has a short shelf life, which means it takes between 4 and a few other months to expire. And if you buy large quantities, it might expire in your hands. The vaccine packaging is also not good. It is packaged currently in doses, in 80-dose package. And because of the cost, this package becomes unaffordable to the small-scale producers. And also these producers are owned between 1 and 20 animals, whereby it becomes uneconomical to buy that large quantity of vaccine, especially when it has a shelf life, and more so when the bottle is opened. The immunity developed by this vaccine is also short, between 4 and 6 months. And therefore, you find that vaccination has to be carried out twice a year, which becomes very expensive and also difficult at times like now when there is COVID-19 and the movement for vaccination becomes a challenge. So these challenges can be addressed through production of a vaccine that incurs wrong or develops wrong immunity, like 1 year. The vaccine is already there. Is already developed in the country. It's a matter of production of quantities that are enough to cover the whole country and also to make it affordable. Currently, it is not affordable, very expensive. So this one will address those challenges. Another challenge with the vaccine is the monopoly of production. This vaccine is produced by one institute, and this institute is also tasked with the production of many other animal vaccines. So sometimes it can get overwhelmed, and sometimes you might find that it has not produced the vaccine, and when this happens, there is acute shortage of vaccine in the country. So this challenge can be addressed by importation of the vaccine as a short-term measure, but as a long-term measure, there is need to have a specialized institute that can produce only foot and mouth disease. Like what is happening with the testing, the foot and mouth disease has a specialized lab that tests only foot and mouth disease. Also, private entrepreneurs can take up the challenge and start the vaccine production when the production is approved by the relevant authorities. So another challenge with the vaccine, this time with the vaccination, this time not with the vaccine, but the vaccination, is that the vaccine is normally administered free of charge by the county governments. This is a big challenge in that there is acute shortage of staff in the county governments. There is also shortage of facilitation for vaccination, like vehicles which are required to move the staff from one place to the other. And when this happens, you find that the coverage of the vaccination is like about 40% of the target animals, sometimes only once a year instead of twice a year. This one is a big challenge in that for the vaccine to be effective in the control of foot and mouth disease, you require a vaccination twice a year, promptly without failure. Another challenge with the county government is the procurement and funding bureaucracy. You find that when the vaccination time has come, sometimes the procurement process is wrong or the funding is not there. So this interferes with the regular vaccination, and therefore pockets of FMD outbreaks or foot and mouth outbreaks keep on coming up. So to address this challenge, one, the vaccine has to be cost-effective, cheap. It has to be made affordable. And then the private veterinarians should take up this challenge. And more so, the farmers should take up the challenge. It has been confirmed that it is cost-effective to vaccinate your animals twice a year than to wait for the disease to come, and then you will incur losses in trying to treat the disease, losses through deaths of some animals, and losses through quarantines. So farmers should take up the challenge and request the private veterinarians to vaccinate the animals regularly. And by regularly, I mean twice a year. So this brings me to the end of my presentation. I hope it has been informative. If you have liked it, please give it a thumbs up and share it with others. And also, if you are new to this channel that takes a glance at the past, present, future, and technical issues in agriculture, please remember to subscribe. Thank you.